Okay, so what we're gonna do here is just talk about how to update your build here. Um, every time somebody. All right. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna update our build. Uh, the important thing to keep in mind here is, when should you update your build? Do you even want to update your build? That's up to you. I would suggest that you do update your build, periodically because, there's going to be bug fixes, patches, more options, better plugins or add-ons rather, so it's just a good idea to keep keep current with these builds because it's going to make things better for you in the long run if you do that. And anyway, if you look at the top, the RSS scroller, that feed that's getting pulled from the server, that's going to let that there's a new build available, and it's going to have a description of what's in the build. So that way, maybe you don't really want to, download the build because they can take, some time to download. So that's up to you. If you don't see anything in there that says there's any bug fixes and you're happy with the way that things currently are, then that's up to you. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And also, when you look up there at the top, it'll tell you like the last current build. So that way if you're current or not. At least you should have some sort of idea because like when you last downloaded an update. So if you look at the top right now, it says Kfire feed, new update available. If there isn't a new update available, it'll still say the date in those brackets up there. It'll say like latest update, and then 8/27/16 or whatever it may be. So that way, just keep in mind keep in mind that you can always look up there to see when the latest build was or if there's a current build, and that can based on that information you can decide whether or not you want to actually update your build. And the way to do that is you want to go to maintenance and then go down to update Kfire build and then just select that, and it's going to pull. I'm actually uploading a bunch of stuff right now, so everything's going to be kind of slow. So there you go. So basically, you can move over and select it. I'm not going to do it right now because it's just going to take forever, especially since I'm uploading a bunch of stuff myself right now. But basically, what will happen is you click on this, and a little window will pop up, and it'll say, downloading. Please wait, something to that effect. And in the top part of that little window that pops up, it'll give you the status, like 5%, 10%, until it's done. Once it's done, then it's going to say it's extracting the files. So basically, what it's doing is it's downloading a zip file. Once it downloads it, then it extracts that zip file onto your stick. And then once it's done extracting those files onto the stick, it's going to tell you that you need to unplug your stick. And basically, you can hit OK. And then if you do that, it's just going to pop up another message saying the same thing. You need to unplug your stick. And essentially what that means is it's kind of like when you download or install a new program on your computer. A lot of times it'll ask you to restart your computer for the changes to take effect. And that's exactly what's happening here. It's basically telling you that in order for these changes, this new build, for these new menus that are going to be built for you, or the new updates or patches, bug fixes, whatever, for all that to take effect, it needs to have the stick be restarted because Android's the operating system, and it needs to basically reboot Android for that stuff to take effect. So that's all that is. So that's how you do it. You just go to maintenance, go to update Kfire build, select that, and then select this, wait for it to download. When it's done, just unplug your stick, plug it back in, and you'll have your new build. One thing to keep in mind is when you do that, once you unplug your stick and you plug it back in, you're probably going to see a little message at the top. It's going to say something to the effect that it's rebuilding the menus. So just kind of let it do that, and once it's done, you'll see the thing, like everything will just like refresh for a second, and it'll bring you right back to movies. So even if you're over here or you're over here, whatever, wherever you are, it's just going to do that to you, because it has to rebuild all the menus and it has to rebuild things. So just be aware of that. It's not a bug. That's what it's actually supposed to do. Yeah, and another thing to note too, I guess there's been a lot of a lot of people have been talking about, when you install an update, a lot of times the calibration gets out of whack, and we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. But if that does happen to you, you can go here to read or to watch the calibration tutorial that we created. And just to recap that. So if you install a new update, again, just through here, maintenance update Kfire build, and then the calibration is off. You're just going to go to system, video output, video calibration, and then you're going to move these arrows around and all that stuff. So if you don't know how to do that, go back to the help thing and check out that tutorial on how to calibrate your stick. And that's about it for this one. Pretty simple. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. Just go to update Kfire build, select it, select that, and boom, you're done. Well, hopefully it'll be done that quick. I don't know. It depends on your connection. But yeah, it can take some time. Usually like around, I don't know, between 15, 20 minutes, maybe faster. It depends on your connection. So that's how you do that. And yeah, that's about it for this one. So we'll have more stuff available, and we'll let you know when we do.